In my unboxing video of the Mi Gaming Laptop 2019, I asked you guys what games should we be playing to test out the gaming performance of this laptop. And well, there were a lot of suggestions, and by a lot, I mean tons of suggestions. Now we went through all those suggestions and picked some of the most popular games from there, and we went ahead, tested them out. And today, that is what we're going to be showing you guys, how these games ran and how the performance was with the Mi Gaming Laptop 2019. Hey guys, Ash here from C4eTech, and if you do end up liking what you see with this video, please subscribe and turn on notifications by hitting that bell icon. Let's now get started. So we noticed that a few of you guys have been wondering, is it really worth it to purchase a 2060 on a laptop versus something like a 1660 Ti? Well, let's kick things off with a game that can showcase the difference between these two cards. This is Control, all settings maxed out with RTX on it. It's got a fully destructible environment, which means the dynamic change of lighting and the shadows, it plays a more important part here. It gives everything that photorealistic look, and the best part here is that we still get an average frame rate that is, just below 60 FPS. The more important thing to note is that the 0.1%, it's just below the 30 FPS mark. So very smooth gameplay all around. Now the 1660 Ti cannot really match this level of graphical fidelity with these frame rates. Next, we've got Shadow of the Tomb Raider. This is also a ray tracing enabled title, and at the ultra settings, the game looks gorgeous. It averaged around 90 FPS, but I did notice coming out of a few cutscenes, there was a rather jarring frame drop, especially something we could spot at these points, and that is why I think there is a really low 0.1% here, just about 12 FPS. Quickly moving on to an even more demanding RTX title, we have Metro Exodus. Now the average frame rate here, it's about 55 FPS, and well, I personally consider that perfectly playable, especially for a game, for a single player game like this one. You can turn down some of these settings and the FPS easily jumps up to about 60. Now that would also help bring up the 0.1% up from a measly 12.1 FPS. The game has those occasional moments where you can feel a bit of screen tearing, especially with the details cranked all the way up to ultra. So now moving on, let's take a look at some of these, fan favorite esport titles. After all, the Mi Gaming Laptop 2019 comes with a 144Hz panel, right? So basically that means the screen can refresh 144 times a second. So for a game to take advantage of that, the average FPS should be near or more than 140. Starting off with CSGO, the highest visual settings, average of 218 frames per second, a 0.1% low of 75. That's really good. And as my colleague Amartya puts it, this is one of the best CSGO experiences that we've ever had on a portable machine. Okay, so now on to the next big esport title. We have Fortnite. With epic settings, the game chugged along at a nice 96 FPS. Now ideally, I'd lower some of the settings down a tad, try to hit that 120 FPS average. But even at 100-ish frames a second, Fortnite looked great and felt really smooth. Of course, we have to complete the trifecta here, so PUBG, 109 FPS on average, with ultra settings nonetheless, pretty good I'd say. And well, since we were testing all these games, I decided why not throw Apex Legends into the mix as well. We had an average of 117 FPS here, and once more the 0.1% was above 60 FPS. Overall, this Mi Gaming Laptop, it does really well with esport titles. And even with max details, it can push well over 100 FPS on most occasions and take good advantage of that 144Hz IPS panel. So we've been stressing out the GPU for quite a while now, playing RTX titles, pushing frame rates. Let's now see how well the i7-9750H does when put under load. Yes, we are testing out GTA 5 here, 88 FPS on average with the details cranked all the way up. Next up, Borderlands 3. Now this is going to be a real test for the RTX 2060 since this is typically a game that prefers AMD cards. And as expected, at Ultra the frame rates here are a bit on the lower side of things. We have an average of 66 FPS though, so still playable, and the 0.1% lows are not too bad, 18.6 FPS. Now one thing that I must mention is that the laptop does get really loud when playing games, like loud enough to annoy everybody around you. So gaming while on speakers is a no-go. With headphones on though, it didn't really bother me. Now after that we did try Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Once more we have all the settings at Ultra, and the gameplay here, it's buttery smooth, hovering at around 79 FPS on average. The 0.1% lows almost at 30 FPS, which means a lot for high octane action-packed games like this one. The rolls, the dodges, the panning around, it all felt very responsive without any jitter or lag. Previously, I did mention the sound as a con, but one thing it does well is keep the temps under control, so the 2060 never went over 75 degrees, and the i7 stayed between 65 to 70 degrees for the most part, so the thermal throttling was never an issue. Do note that with the stock voltages, the CPU sometimes hits the power limit, which means we went with a slight undervolt on both the CPU and GPU to get the best performance here. With the undervolts in place and the fan turbo on, the chassis didn't get warm, although without the fans on turbo mode, I could still feel the spacebar and some parts of the keyboard become a little warm. Nothing uncomfortable though. And finally, we come to the most demanding game on our list, Red Dead Redemption 2. Once again, at Ultra settings, the Mi Gaming Notebook 2019 managed to just about hit 50 FPS. So yes, quick mouse movements at times did feel a tad laggy because of frame drops, but then this is kinda expected with how badly optimized this title is. However, with the 1% lows of just 27 FPS, the whole gameplay still felt consistent, and I did not notice any noticeable screen tearing. Personally though, I'd probably lower the graphics just a bit so that the average FPS are over 60. So summing it up, can you game on the Mi Gaming Laptop 2019? You most certainly can. It is a gaming laptop after all. Most AAA titles will run at around the 60 FPS mark on Ultra at 1080p. For higher frame rates, we just have to drop the detail levels down a tiny bit. As far as casual esport titles go, we were easily able to get 90 plus FPS here. Now remember, like with most gaming laptops, the battery life while gaming, it's pretty abysmal. It sucks. We have a 55 watt-hour battery in here, and that can game for about 45 minutes with NVIDIA battery boost enabled. So it's not that great, but ideally you'd be plugged in while playing games. As far as other lighter tasks are concerned, Xiaomi claims a battery life of around 6.5 hours on the integrated Intel HD GPU. So that's about it for this little video. Would you guys be interested in seeing a video on how this laptop fares with productivity tasks? Let me know via the comments below, and if you'd like to see any other content related to this laptop, if you'd like for me to review any other laptop, leave your suggestions in the comments. And I guess that's pretty much it for this video, and it is time I bid you adieu. Thumbs up, thumbs down based on whatever you felt about the video. Subscribe, turn on notifications by hitting that bell icon if you haven't yet. And thanks a lot for watching. Till next time, my name is Ash. You have been watching C4eTech, and I'm signing off for now. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.